Saliba. That's the best part of that. I love that. Evening, Canners. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, I think he's muted me now. He's muted me. I can't hear you, mate. Oh, no. Well, whilst Canners tries to sort out his technical issues, I just want to talk. We are proudly sponsored by Global Mapping Surveys. Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services, such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. The link is in the description for contact details. There's also this as well, which I will put up so everyone can see it. If it wants me to, there we go, just put that up there. So there's the contact number if you want to contact, and there's an email as well. And I'll bring Canners in because Canners is back. Hopefully sound now.
Oh, loud and clear. Beautiful.
Yes, excellent. Just want to say evening to Brenny as well, and evening to
Brenny.
Luke.
How you doing, Luke?
I'm going to put you back as host because you're hosting this. I'm not hosting. I'm just sitting back, just trying.
I know. You're probably just. You know what? The thing is that I understand your feeling. You're a little bit nervous. I'm nervous too because it's for a very long time that a game we feel that we should be winning against the old enemy. You know, that be Liverpool. I mean, 2 big games in 2 weeks. It's a lot to take in, and I tell you what, last week at the North London derby, the feeling in the stadium was you could cut the tension with a knife. It was just, it was such a release when we scored. It was so, and then But listen, tomorrow is going to be a great game. Obviously, today is the preview of the Arsenal-Liverpool game, and there have been so many great battles over the years for these two teams, haven't they? I mean, I think the most noticeable one was the Anfield '89.
Mickey Thomas. Yeah.
I'd never ever forget that. But Bobby, how you doing? First off,
I'm all right. I've just watched a really good game. It didn't start off very well, but watched Dortmund, the Bayern Munich game.
Okay.
It ended really, really dramatically. Last minute equaliser from Dortmund. Literally, the ref blew after that. A bit feisty, quite a lot of tackles. But with the certain games where the ref kind of affects the game from actually flowing. The first half was a bit like that, but the second half was really good. I enjoyed it. But how about you? How are you?
I'm good. I've had a long Saturday, really. My daughter plays football, so I was taking her game in. That poor thing, they got battered. But but hey, it's a learning curve, as they say. You learn from those kind of things. But so today pretty much, is now focuses on Arsenal, Liverpool, really, and Tottenham kind of won again, which is not nice. So that brings them back into a point of us. And listen, we just got to keep, picking up our 3 points, really. And what better way to do that than to kind of stick a few past Liverpool tomorrow? It's going to be a tough game, but it's one that I feel on paper right now and form. We should win, but football's never that way, is it?
That's what makes me more nervous, is the fact that it's all with us. It's, we should be the confident team, but as a fan, I'm more nervous now because I'm like, if we lose that, they're all going to come out from the woodwork, all the ones that have been hiding, all the horrible opposition fans, they're going to go, ha ha, told you. And we're like, I'm confident that we should get top 4. I'm not confident we should win the league, but I'm confident we should get top 4.
Yeah.
But tomorrow is a game I feel we should have to win. We should be winning. And
absolutely.
If we don't, I think that we might need to go in hiding for at least 48 hours.
No, I totally get what you're saying. The thing is as well, I think the stars are kind of aligned for this win. I hope, hopefully, I'm crossing everything. Because we're playing well. We're at home. We want to make the Emirates a fortress. We haven't lost there for a while. Fair enough. I think there's small, slight problems that we keep conceding, but we didn't concede in midweek, which was good. But only issue is that the 11 that plays tomorrow is going to be totally different than the 11 that played in midweek. It's good, obviously, to keep the form going. The good atmosphere around the club going, because obviously it doesn't matter what competition you play in, what team plays. If it keeps kicking up the W's, it's a good thing, right?
Well, exactly. I think what because a lot of people are going to disagree with me here, but Eddie is not the striker that I want as a lot of people say back up to Jesus, and he kind of proved it on Thursday for me that as soon as Jesus came on, he changed the game. His workload was ridiculous. I know we haven't done a review for that game, mainly because we're all busy doing.
Yeah, no, totally get it. I mean, and do you know what the thing is? It's a bit of a shame, actually. So we can talk about a little bit, I mean, go ahead. You talk about Jesus in that game when he changed it. I mean,
I was a little bit disappointed with us that night. We started off well. Don't get me wrong. We started off well like we always do. Then we really drifted off. Now,
do you think we were just managing the game?
I don't know, because I felt that they could have quite easily have nicked a couple from against us. To be honest, they looked dangerous, and we shouldn't have been letting them look dangerous at all. We should have like at least got 4 in the first half.
Yeah.
To like finish that up, because what scares me, and Luke that's in the comments has brought up a good comment. We need to win this group. We have to. And if PSV now, if we let's say worst case scenario, we draw against PSV for both games. I know we could beat them. I know we're better than them. But what if we draw and then we finish second because we've got worse goal difference than them? That's not good. I don't want to finish second in this group.
No, I think, do you know what? I'm trying to think of all the teams. Well, you got the Champions League teams to come in once the Champions League group stages finishes, but I'm trying to think of what teams could drop into that and be a threat to us.
Tottenham.
You got a bad cough there?
Yeah, I've got a really Tottenham. Yeah, it's really it's quite catching sometimes, especially for Arsenal.
Oh dear. So but the thing is, though, we play our game like we showed last week, and I'm trying to think, who would have to have some very bad luck with bad injuries, and that's the only thing I think that can stop us from having a successful season for getting the targets that we want. And I think obviously our main target is top 4, back into the Champions League, because I'm hearing also during the week that players, I never doubted it anyway, that they do want to come and play for us.
Yeah.
And that hand will only be strengthened if we make the Champions League. An Arsenal in the Champions League is such a lovely proposition for every player, any player, to want to come and play for us. And as I said before, I think, in the previous stream that we had together, is that, even with Tottenham, we can, if we go in for the same player, with Tottenham, I'd hedge our bets that we would get that player, even though they're in the Champions League and we're in the Europa. Yeah. However, you put it that other way around, we're in the Champions League and they're in the Europa. There's never I don't think it'd ever come to a player's mind to go Tottenham instead of us.
Yeah,
but
I think KSC will also approach it differently. Instead of just going, okay, all we want is Champions League, I think they will want to push on, especially Josh. Josh is so passionate about Arsenal. It's very different to Stan.
What's your view on KSC?
Stan I don't like. I would never that my mind is set on Stan, but Josh is definitely more a sport fan. He loves Arsenal. He wants us to do well, and I don't blame him, because he'll be on the pictures with trophies as well, because he deserves it. He has worked really hard with us. I just want to get into the comments because they're slightly filled up a bit. Brenny saying here, as a youth, beating Spurs was standard. Liverpool were the team to beat back then. Always a big fixture, home and away. Yeah, that I think both of us are from the same generation where Liverpool was the huge game for us, and then it started to be Man United, which was annoying. I know lots of Arsenal fans are confident about tomorrow, but I've got PTSD from all those thrashings they've dealt us. No, this is the thing. We haven't scored against them for, is it? How many games have we not scored against them now?
About 4 or 5 games,
yeah. And even Colm's in here, United fan. I really hope you smash those different. Well, at least he's confident. I think he might be joining me tomorrow for the watch along, so that should be fun. But yeah, I think KSE will not want us just to plateau and go, okay, we're Champions League. That's it now. That's all we want. I think they want to push more. I guarantee that we're signing someone in January. Who it will be, I want my player. I think other people want a different player, but I want one that lives quite close to me. So if we get him, I'll be delighted. But who goes? I guarantee, 100% guarantee, we're signing someone in January. Who would you want as if you're just going to get one signing? Even I'm putting 2 up there. If we're going to get one signing, I just realised I'm like, why am I doing it? If we're getting one signing, that's better. Who would you want in January?
Can I just give a position? I can't give.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I think we need a central midfielder. I was going to say. I think I was going to say winger before the start of the season, but such is the drop off. I think between Partey and our squad of midfielders. Yeah. Once he's out of the team, it is glaring to see. So I would say a midfielder.
Now, are you going for a DM or a CM? Because that's an interesting. That's obviously for me, it's a very different position.
Before the season started, it would have been a CM.
Yeah, but I think we all said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a DM absolutely, because such is the thing is, touch wood. I'm touching a piece of wood I've got around me and everything. Xhaka's he's normally quite healthy. The only thing that really kind of reason why he misses games is through suspension. And I think he's probably the easier player to replace. But such is his form right now, he has to play.
Yeah. He's undroppable, isn't he, at the moment?
At the moment, you can't argue. He has to play. I mean, not only is he creating, he's actually scoring goals. And, you know, he's getting up and down the pitch. You can't grumble with what he's doing. It seems
winning player of the month as well. Winning player of the month.
Oh gosh, I hope that's not the Indian sign in the danger tomorrow. But look, long may it continue. And the thing is, now he's now wearing that captain's armband with pride again. You know, and you know, if you had gone back, rewound like a couple of years and stuff, could you have ever seen him wearing the armband? Let alone actually the shirt, let alone the armband.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he's done well.
I'm one of
I don't know out there. I don't know.
I'm one of those that wanted Xhaka out, but this season he's impressed. See, the thing is with Xhaka, before we signed him, I liked him in Bundesliga. I watched a lot of Bundesliga.
Yes.
And then in the Swiss national team, again, looks amazing. It's just for us, it's just never worked. And I was got to that point where, okay, it's enough now. See you later. But this season, I've said everything about him. I've given him man of the match in my ratings and stuff. I've been really impressed with it. And I'm not one of those fans that just sticks with their own opinion and won't ever change my opinion about him. I think he's been brilliant. I think he's probably been one of the best players this season.
Listen, he's up there. I think the only player in terms of consistency right now who can get near him probably would be Saliba. I'm talking, because Saliba and Xhaka at the moment are giving you solid 7s and 8s every game. Look, long may it continue. Let's hope, again, we have more of the same with them tomorrow. So, but going back to the question, I think, definitely when Partey's missing, there's a drop off in what we do.
Yeah. And what I will say about the drop off, it's not to say that Lokonga's bad.
No,
he's not bad. He's just not that position. He's going to be a great midfielder. Don't get me wrong, because his passing is amazing. I think he's got the highest accuracy in the whole Premier League. So he's got it, but he's clearly not a defensive midfielder.
No,
we can see it. He's going to be a very good midfielder, and I hope that he will be. And at Arsenal, but we do need a DM. I hope it's someone that lives probably about a mile away from me. So I hope it's him. I think other people want Douglas Luiz because Arteta and all this stuff. But how about you have your own opinions? I want Neves. I will always want Neves. I think he's exceptional. And I think we
He's
can get
absolute class. The way, you know what, he strikes the ball so clean as well.
Yeah.
Don't just have a player strike the ball clean. You know, it's like the De Bruyne kind of strike. You know,
Yeah.
you know it's a clean strike. I just don't think. I just don't think Wolves would let him go.
Wolves will be selling someone in January. It'll be one of two players, and Neves
Oh,
is one.
what's this inside info you got?
No, it's well, kind of, but not. It's not. It's not even rumours. It's just going to happen. But it became one with Wolves. It depends on who the new manager is, because obviously they're out of a manager. If it's Lopetegui, or whatever his name is, the Sevilla guy that's just been sacked, because they don't want to. They don't want to stick with Portuguese. I don't want this turned into a Wolves channel, but I do know loads about Wolves. They don't want it to be Portuguese again. They don't want to go down that route. They did approach that guy. What's his name? The Amorim, whatever his name, Ruben Amorim, that's at Sporting Lisbon now.
Oh, okay.
But it's £20 million for his release, so they're not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard because I speak to a lot of Wolves fans because obviously I live in the area. So and they're all keen on this Lopetegui, whatever his name is, the Spanish ex-goalkeeper. So, but they're going to have to sell one of them because they need a real rebuild. So to do that, need to finance it. So it's either going to be Neto or Neves is going to be leaving. So it depends on the.
I'll take either of those, to be fair.
Oh, Neves all day. I love Neto. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but we need to let Martinelli flourish. We can't keep pulling him out, dropping his confidence and all that kind of stuff.
But does Neto play on the left or the right?
Mainly left. He's better on the left as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I agree with you about Martinelli because I think he's gone up a level. The same way that Saka last year went up a level, Martinelli's doing the same thing this year. Oh gosh, don't say that, Cole.
I know. He did say that to me last night. I swear he's trying to set me up though. I swear he's trying to set me up.
I really don't. Do you know what? I just happily go along, just picking up 3 points, as we go. Just quietly go along. Talk to us about that after 25 games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. GK saying a DM. Xhaka is definitely one of the better midfielders performing. There's no doubt about that for me.
Oh, you team of the week. Practically every other week he'd be in there. As I said, solid 7s and 8s.
Yeah, he's become vital. He has it. To be honest, he looks so happy as well. He looks so happy every time.
It's amazing. Do you know what? Go on. Sorry.
No. Carry on, Canis.
No, because do you know what the thing is though, if you look back at quotes, and I read something that when Wenger bought him, because do you remember we was trying to find a new Vieira, we was trying to find that DM player or whatever. Wenger bought Xhaka not as a DM, not as a DM at all, and I think such was the necessity of us needing a DM. He kind of switched him to a DM, and that's why it's never worked. Arteta has now switched him back because Wenger's always said, he's a progressive player, a number 8, blah, blah, blah. Arteta's just basically getting out of Xhaka what he was brought to do.
Yeah.
And where, what his best position is. And that is probably not so much, it's kind of like a half and a half, but whatever he's doing, whatever Arteta's doing, he's getting the best out of him. And I think now, 6 years later, 6, 7.
It's taken a while. It's taken a while for him to settle.
we're now getting the player that we spent £34 million on.
Yeah.
So hey,
but go and try and find someone for that amount of money now. Good luck with that.
We nearly sold him for was it 10 million to Roma?
Yeah. And to be honest, most of us did want that as well.
Yeah, we were like, take the money.
Yeah, but hands up, we all whoever said that, we're all kind of wrong.
Yeah, because everyone was saying, "Oh no, keep Maitland-Niles, sell Xhaka, all of that."
Yeah.
What do we know, eh?
Exactly. Luke says he has to be a DM. I suspect we'll go for Douglas Luiz, which is what I suspect as well, but I'm not convinced about him. No, nor am I. Villa fans saying he's more than an 8. Yet I'm happy with that comment as well. Those back post crosses I want to see more of. Yeah, Neves for sure. He's the only PL proven 6. Yeah, because his work rate for Wolves, I get to see him quite a lot.
Yeah,
he's just wow. Honestly, I'll be convinced come January. I think I'll be more convinced in March.
Yeah,
I think
because
March
of the
if they're still in it.
Yeah, because we got the World Cup bang in the middle of the season. It's going to be interesting what players. I mean, listen, Man City have got their cheat code. He's having a rest.
Yeah.
For a whole month. So
yeah, so's Odegaard. So's Odegaard, to be fair. So
true.
Yeah.
So the thing is what players come back fit, refreshed, and ready to go come end of December, January time, and that's going to be so key.
Yeah. Just say hello to Tony. Hope is he still on holiday? If you're still on holiday, hope you're still enjoying your holiday.
I hope it's going well, and happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, I did him a great birthday treat on WhatsApp for him. I've got some famous Arsenal players singing the song to him. Happy birthday! It was made him. He loved it. So I'm using this stupid app on my phone, which I'm having great fun with. I have to say, it's making loads of people sing at the moment. It's hilarious. GK saying for Switzerland, Xhaka plays more advanced. Yeah, he does. Yeah, because Sakaria is more the defensive in the Swiss lineup.
Yeah.
The World Cup is going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah. So, do we want to talk about our teams? Because obviously, I asked you to put in your team. I asked a few others as well.
Do you know what? Yeah, let's please. I think the team, our first 11, that I think picks itself right now.
Until you see mine. But
okay.
Well, I'm going to do Canada's first. So he's gone for Ramsdale, White, Tierney, Saliba, Gabriel, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. Yeah, that was your team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Gums
as well. Can I put my little star though on Tierney? The reason why Tierney's there.
Yeah, go on.
Because I'm pretty sure that Zinchenko is going to be injured. He's going to be out.
Okay. So Gumza, the only change he made was Zinchenko's in for Tierney. Now Tariq, who's come on the show before with me, I asked him as well, and I think he's pretty much got the same team as you.
He has, yeah.
Yeah, and I know Moss did as well.
Yeah.
Luke did as well, apart from me. Now I make changes. I make changes. I always make changes, to be fair.
Okay, so I see what you're doing, and I get what you. Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm now Moss, who I did earlier. He's a big Canadian, loves Odegaard. He loves anything Norwegian. Now, when I told him I pulled Odegaard, he was angry with me. But I have to do what I feel was right. And Vieira's on form. He's playing well for us. He's creative. And obviously with Ben White back there, I'm not confident with Gabriel tomorrow. I'm just not. It's someone I'm a little bit like, is he the right kind of player for us now? And I'm putting Tomiyasu where he should be, right back. I think Saliba and White could be a very good combination. I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't seen them together at the centre back positions, but I think it could work.
I know what you're saying, but just because I'm trying to tap into Arteta's mind, right, and I totally get it, because for the way his system to be as fluent as possible, he Saliba. Give it up, man. Give it up. Give it up. Oh dear. For Arteta's system to be as fluid as he wants it to be, he wants the left foot, right foot combination. Yeah. And I get it, because it just makes sure that the players are super comfortable with doing what they've been asked to do. And I think that's why, number one, Gabriel will play. But also as well, the one thing is, right, and I don't know, I'm going to ask you the question. Do you think the fact that Gabriel seems, I'm not saying he has, because I'd love to see his stats, do you think the fact that Gabriel looks as shaky as he does is because Saliba looks and is performing so good?
Yeah. I really
Because
do.
because the thing is, Gabriel could be playing at the same level that he was playing last season.
Yeah,
But
we're just
such
noticing.
is the Rolls Royce of Saliba, what we have right now.
Yeah.
Come on, he's playing at a different level.
Yeah, isn't he?
I've never. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't remember the last time I've seen us have a defender or a player hit the ground running and perform like he has. I actually think we've got one heck of a player there. Do you know what? If we keep hold of him, we've done bloody well. It wouldn't surprise me if he signs a contract and then after that next contract, he gets sold in a few years. If we don't do what we're supposed to do,
exactly,
and be competitive. Because I tell you what, this kid, man, he's got the world. He's literally got the world at his feet.
Yeah,
he's 6'4", built like a shithouse.
Yeah,
he's fast. I've not seen anyone beat him in a foot race, and I think you look on the stats. He's got no one's gone past him. And do you remember the last person to have that kind of talk about having that kind of stat was Van Dijk, and he's very Van Dijk-esque.
Yeah, I think the difference between him and Van Dijk as well is, I think Saliba can move better than Van Dijk.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't run. He doesn't run. He doesn't gallop. He glides.
Yeah,
he's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm excited about Saliba. To be fair, I was a bit angry that he went out on loan last season. I get it now, and I'm kind of over that problem now. But last season, I would have had him in on our squad. I think he would. I think he would. Yeah, I think he would have got us top 4 last season.
Yeah,
he was brilliant at Marseille. But the thing that you were saying about being comfortable on his left foot, he is actually comfortable on his left foot.
Okay,
he played there for Marseille on left centre back, so he is comfortable.
Yeah.
He's got great. His preference is obviously the right.
Yeah.
Let's get through some comments though, because they've been building up again. Sorry, I'm also having a cough as well. We got hope France and Brazil get elimination groups.
Do you know what though? I mean, I'd like to see Jesus in that squad and smashing in some goals because he's hit some serious form. Just seeing what he did when he came on in midweek. Doing, for the assist for Vieira. Oh.
Yeah. And it's you know what, the reason I'm one of the ones that actually knew Vieira way before he signed for us, because I watched loads of youngsters and I watched the Portuguese league, and Vieira was one I absolutely adore. I think he's brilliant, but it's the way he finished that shot. He didn't just roll it in. He was confident enough to lift it, make sure no one could even clear it. And what I would say about this, Tony, is the last time we had World Cup winners was who? Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, and Petit.
I would actually quite like World Cup winners in our squad again, because that means we're back.
Yeah. I think I was listening to Keown and he spoke about them when. So obviously France won the World Cup in '98, and Arsenal just won the league, didn't we?
Yeah.
So obviously they come back. Well, we didn't have Henry. Vieira and Petit come back to Arsenal, and then we went close again, didn't we? Because obviously that's the 98-99 season where anyway, Vieira gigs and all that. Anyway, but hey,
I'm just enjoying the football at the moment.
Absolutely,
exactly.
Do you know what? The one thing I would say about the stadium right now is a beautiful place to be. I feel lucky that I've got a season ticket at the moment because it just feels like the hottest ticket in town, and it's such a good place to be.
Yeah, it's my dream one day to go back and actually go to the Emirates one day. Not anytime soon. That's for certain.
We'll sort that out, Bobby.
But I'm not going to go into that wet dream of Tony's again. That's just weird. Saliba has emptied Son and Kane from his pockets and made reservations for Diaz and Firmino. We don't need to worry about Darwin. No net. I don't think he'll be starting tomorrow, to be honest.
Yeah. I
I'll be
think he'll
surprised.
probably start with Firmino because I think he's and what's his name? He always scores against us.
Jota.
Yeah, God.
Mm.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that he's meant to be starting. Obviously, he came from Wolves as well, so yeah, I haven't heard that he's meant to be starting. Vieira isn't exciting, but he is. He's
the only one thing I say about Vieira, but one of the best wingers we ever had a first season like him, or looked like him. When he came on in North London time, he looked a little bit lightweight.
Yeah.
He got easily brushed, and he looks very much like if you see Mahrez is thick.
Yeah.
But Mahrez has obviously kind of got over that, and he's been able to kind of take the rough, playing on, come up against, strong, fullbacks, etc. So he's been able to overcome that, and Vieira's going to have to do the same thing, really. So that will come. This will be a good season for him to have, and get that fitness, get him in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it with him and Rob Holding? Seriously.
Listen, Bobby, we've had 2 years of this from Mr. Fox. Seriously, him and Bobby Holding. I can't listen.
See, Rob Holding to me is my Andy Linnigan. Now you probably remember him.
Yes,
he's my Andy Linnigan. He's there. You don't want to see much of him though, but he's.
You don't want to see much of him.
No.
You know what? Yeah. If he has to play, he plays. And sometimes he'll pop up with a. Now he's starting to pop up with goals, headed goals now. So bless him. Well done. But yeah.
Oh look!
Okay.
Oh right. Can someone clip this bit? Okay, I'll stop and Holding. I'm just still excited by his goal that he dedicated for my birthday.
Yeah, he did actually. He mouthed that one was for Tony after he scored that one. He said that was for Tony.
Don't upset the whole team.
It is a cult as well. It has to be a cult, isn't it?
Now, me and you, and probably Tony as well, has seen Maldini. Now, how we are comparing Maldini to Holding is balmy. To be honest, yeah, just I just couldn't. We me and you have had the privilege to probably see Maldini live as well, but yeah. No,
yeah,
no. Holding cost £2 million. I'm happy that he's out of club. He does do our job. I think. Did I give him man of the match on Thursday? I think I did in my ratings. I gave him man of the match because I thought he did really well, considering he hasn't played very well. Very often.
Very much.
He came in and did a very good job. I thought he was brilliant.
Listen, don't get me wrong. He's a very good player. Okay. But the fact is that we've got better players, ahead of him, and that's sad for him, but it's good for us.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. Right, so predictions.
Oh gosh,
guys in the comments, get
we're asking guys in the comments. I mean, I can't stick my neck out on this one.
Oh, I can.
Go on.
2-1 to Arsenal.
God. Do you know what? I don't want us to concede though, Bobby. Don't say that.
I know. I don't. I never want us to concede. I think Gonza asked about a few weeks ago, like, would I rather have a clean sheet or a 5-2 win? Clean sheet every time, thank you.
What, 1-0 instead of a 5-2?
Yeah, I'd always have a 1-0.
Yeah.
I remember the good old times of going to Highbury and winning 1-0. It brings back the best memories ever because we shut them out. You don't want to see a goal being let in. You never do.
I know that. Yeah. No, I get what you. Yeah, I get.
Do you know what I mean? Because even though everyone said 1-0 was boring, Arsenal, I'm sure you went to Highbury. Those 1-0s were never boring. I always loved them.
True.
Loved everything. My dad used to put a bet on for every game being a 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you remember when Ljungberg came in to the Arsenal. He kept putting in bets on Ljungberg to score in the game.
Oh, it's
winning because at the time Ljungberg was just scoring all the time. I'm like, geez, Dad. But yeah,
I remember it. Oh gosh, yeah, that was lovely. It was a Perez Ljungberg goal, Bergkamp Ljungberg goal, Henry Ljungberg goal. It was just brilliant. It was just as a question, do you reckon Ljungberg would fit into our system now?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think it'd be brilliant. I think it'd be brilliant.
In what position?
I'd put him on the right. And I know I'm not saying drop Saka. It's an option with Saka, Lundberg. And I'd probably, I reckon I could, Or if we hadn't had Vieira, like an Odegaard squad rotation type player.
Because the thing is, for me, it's like, Ljungberg was never, ever one of the most technically gifted players. What his thing was off the ball running and getting into those positions. I mean, he even said it himself. Technically, he said he was, don't give me the ball because I'm giving it straight back. But you put him anywhere near the goal and running off the back of you, etc., etc. That's his strengths. And I'm trying to think where he'd fit. I mean, maybe guys in the comments, could you get into this team? That would be interesting.
One person that I remember from Arsenal history, from my history, is Stefan Schwarz. I'd have him in that squad now. I'd have that.
He could do that party role.
Yeah, you remember him, don't you?
Yes.
I loved him. I absolutely
was sad actually when he went.
Yeah, he wasn't with us for very long, but I loved him. Such a good guy.
Quality.
I think he played in the Legends game last week or the week before.
Schwarz. Oh gosh, that's a blast from the past.
Well, Jon Jensen is the other one as well. Who loved at Highbury.
He's a proper cult hero. He was.
Yeah.
He lived off that one goal for Denmark, didn't he? And then we bought him off that, and it was like.
But his work rate was brilliant. It's just
absolutely.
He couldn't shoot.
He couldn't shoot for. Oh my god.
But these predictions, Luke's going for a 1-1, and that's me being optimistic against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Tony, I already saw yours earlier. 4-1 to the Arsenal. Jesus twice. Xhaka, Screamer, Saliba, header, and Firmino with his oblique. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's true.
Worst case scenario, draw for GK. I'll take a draw and be satisfied. But if we were to win, would leave a statement on a
100%.
Yeah, because to be honest, we have to win tomorrow. If we lose, I think there's going to be a little bit of a wobble for all of us.
I could take us not winning.
Oh yeah, I could take a draw. Yeah,
I could take a draw, but it would hurt if we lost.
Yeah,
it would really hurt because already now, I can just see the way the league's shaping up. A draw, even a draw, is like a loss. You need to keep churning up these 3 points, and as long as even like the teams like Liverpool and stuff, if we beat them, we put further daylight between us and them. And listen, that we're then starting to kick a team out of the discussion or conversation for top 4, and that makes it easier on ourselves. We just got to keep getting the 3 points, keep getting the confidence in the players going. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow, but I as long as we don't lose.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this loud, and I hope Sam from Paxton Road hears this. Liverpool are the second biggest team we'll be playing this season, and that does not include Tottenham. And if we lose to them tomorrow, then that means we've lost to 2 big teams, because Tottenham's not a big team. Then what they've done? Nothing. And I hope Sam is listening to this, because honestly, he winds me up. That guy. Honestly, that I love Darius and I love Sid.
Listen,
I love those two. When we had the preview, those two were lovely. Sam, another story.
He's a typical Tottenham supporter. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Darius and Sid, if you're listening, you guys I actually love. But Sam.
I think Sam is from the old school Tottenham supporters club. Where they live off the FA Cup wins and etc. And for some reason, they think they've got some rivalry with us. But there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, hang on. So what's your prediction? Are you just going for a draw?
I was trying
No. Don't get away with that with me. You may be the host, but I'm making sure you say a prediction.
I was trying to kind of swiftly move on. Okay. Can we shut them out? That's the thing. I think, but I don't. Yeah, it's either going to be like a 3-2 to us or a 1-1.
Okay, I'm not looking forward to the 3-2 because that means
No,
a lot of
I'm not.
stress.
As long as
that
it's
means a lot of
3,
stress for me.
as long as it's 3-0 for a long time to us, and they score one, and and then right on the final whistle they get another, then I'll take that. But
that's
no,
crazy. My blood pressure's so high.
That's the only thing for my 3-2 score line. I don't want to 1-1. 2-1, then 2-2, and then we score. That my heart wouldn't be able to take that.
Yeah, I'm doing the watch along. I'm doing the watch along for it.
I think I would just I would go nuts out in a watch along. I'd probably forget where I am in the watch along.
Yeah.
I'm actually crazy when I'm in the stadium. I think the guys next to me just had enough of me. I think they're gonna probably try and get another seat next season.
But yeah, so Tony, I've managed to get a prediction out of him. In the end.
He knows me too well. I try and talk about everything else, the weather, everything else. But yeah, I tried. I'll take a 3-1. I think I think that'd be good, or I think a 1-1. I probably would say might be. Yeah, we got to score first though in this game. We got to score first.
Okay. GK's asking a good question here. What do you feel has been the catalyst of Liverpool's start of poor form? Selling Mane.
That has been compounded by the fact that, and I was watching another our guys from Untouched TV, and Gunnar Kim made a really great point actually about Gini Wijnaldum. They never replaced him. Thiago is a very good player on the ball, but to get that rock and roll kind of type of play that Klopp wants, you need energy. You need that kind of that engine to keep going up and down. And Thiago's not that type of player. Don't get me wrong. You put him on the ball and you give him time, he'll hurt you, Thiago. But if they get a player that can do what Gini Wijnaldum does, then I think they'll get something back. Because people talking about Mane. Mane, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player. But I think a lot of games are won and lost in the middle of the park. And you haven't got the legs. And he's what, 32? Is he?
Who's that?
Yeah, Thiago.
Is he?
Is he? I'm sure he's about 30, 32 or so, between 30. Yeah. Go on, Google me.
31.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, I didn't realise he was that old, to be honest.
Yeah, the Premiership's unforgiving. Listen, you when you got players who've got the energy and the speed and the tenacity to get up and down and whiz past you and stuff, and when you're struggling for possession of the ball, it's going to be a tough day for you at the office. And I think that's what teams are working out with Liverpool, is that Thiago hasn't got the legs that Klopp's system requires. And I think that might be one of the reasons for the drop-off, but definitely Mane as well.
Well, it's funny because Arta, who they signed in the summer, has now just had surgery. So he's out for a few months.
You're kidding?
No, I've read it.
He hasn't even played, has he?
Yeah, Romano announced it earlier that he's just had surgery. So he's out till January.
I actually feel for him, because the thing is, he was an absolute talent.
Yeah, he was at Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona he was. Juventus, not so much.
Dropped off literally that proverbial cliff. He's. I don't know what's happened to him, because even I heard rumblings that Klopp wants to give him back. Yeah,
there was. I think he will be now. I think I'm pretty sure there's a rule where if they're injured, you can just send them straight back. So, just wanted to comment on this, Tony. I don't look very much like Thierry Henry personally.
I don't look like Thierry either. I've got a few more pounds on him.
GK forgetting that Gini went to PSG. Thiago isn't playing tomorrow, I heard.
Who are they playing? Milner?
2 seconds. If you carry on, and I'll just see what.
That would be interesting. If Thiago isn't playing, they might then bring in one of their youngsters. Is it Jones or Harvey Elliott might be playing then? That'd be interesting.
So the predicted lineup, Thiago is in it. So there's obviously no injury issues with him. Nebe Keita's out, Robertson's out, Oxlade-Champions always out.
Robertson's out.
Yeah, Robertson's out. So Tsimikas will be at left back.
Love that, because Robertson's a problem as well when he's on form.
Yeah, and this is where I get my confidence, but then that confidence scares me.
Listen, that I understand your confidence only if Partey's playing. Yes, because we will absolutely listen. Partey dominates the best midfields, full stop.
Yeah,
whatever Liverpool put up tomorrow midfield, if Partey's playing, I'll be super confident. Yeah.
But guys and Canners, thank you ever so much for joining me, Canners.
Thank you, Bobby. It's been I love this.
I will be doing the watch along tomorrow on the Armory and FTSN as well. And we'll sort out a review, because we'll have to do a review for the Liverpool game.
Yeah. I don't know if we do it Sunday after the game Sunday. I mean, I can obviously when I get back, or we can do it Monday.
It might sound better Monday, because I do Red Zone.
Sleep on it.
Yeah, exactly. We might want to hide for a few hours as well. And before we go, Tony's saying that Martinelli will have TAA on toast again. Hopefully, yes. Absolutely. But guys, we are definitely out, so we can all get ready for tomorrow. And let's find the outro, because this takes me forever to find the outro. But guys,
come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners, exactly.